The other piece, I do not have a name for it yet. I wrote it a week back, and I still do not have a name for it. Here goes. As a child, it was tough to get admitted to school. My mother tells me that she would be asked, "What do you want your son to be when he grows up?" She will reply each time, "A good person." The schools wanted a quantifiable answer because, hey, person stopped being good a long time back. I got educated, sure, but even after 22 years, I have no idea. I still do not understand what my mother wanted me to be. You see, my father was a boxer, his father a professor, my mother a teacher, her father a librarian. Our bloodlines were so exhausted with sleeping, with dreams, that we had forgotten to live them for ourselves. My father quit his job the week after his marriage because he wanted to spend the whole day looking at my mother's beautiful face. His first book of poetry was named after my mother. As a child, I saw his passion, his love, his dream get dragged out as a commercial failure. Perhaps I did not tell you this. I come from a home with less of walls than people. From a town that usually gets torn in the creases of a map. You see, my mother is a geography teacher. Yet she could never explain to me why all our seasons always felt like summers. Without the chance of eyes meeting the clouds, without the chance of scorching promises and scorching hopes like the one of me growing up to be a good person, I still do not understand what my mother wanted me to be. I grew up a boy, shamed for being fat instead. I grew up a boy, shamed for being short instead. I grew up a boy who started litmus tests with skepticism before believing anything he was told to. Now my grandmother, she would always tell me that I was her favorite grandchild. She would save a pampard for me after every meal so that I always got an extra piece. She always told me how good and bad are not phases. They cycle, like lunar cycles. They rotate with each other with time slowly receding into one another. Today my grandmother wraps a towel around a water bottle, calling it a nickname she designed for me. Well, while she does not recognize me when I touch her feet. She still saves a pampered for her favorite grandchild but gets confused at the end of the night because she does not know who to offer it to anymore. Now that I know right from wrong, or I think that I do, I want to ask her how good cycles with bad. What if I have not seen good for so long that at the sight of it I howl at the skies like a wolf on a full moon night? I try to stop myself, but I end up with scathing scars on my skin where the animal in me gave way. Maybe grandma understands that. Maybe that is why she does not recognize me anymore. Between dreams we grew up to see and dreams we were born for, we became human sacrifices. I still do not understand what my mother wanted me to be. For as long as I can remember, I have known myself to not trust good things as they happen to me. When I told the love of my life that I loved her, she agreed. She loved me back. For weeks, for months, I thought it was a practical joke. I did not believe her. When I got my first job, I did not celebrate. No, I was not scared. I have not been scared for a while, you see. That's what worries me. I was not scared because I knew in my bones that I would fail eventually. You see, my favorite poet once quoted, "Fear of joy is the darkest of captivities." The job made me cry on nights so much that I lost my mind, my path. My mother thought that she lost her son, but how do I tell her that in the pursuit of growing up, I lost myself anyway? In the pursuit of joy, I lost the capability to enjoy them anymore. I stand here tracing the footsteps of time across a center stage, across a dial, as the hour hands return home from where they left. I still do not understand what my mother wanted me to be. I became so many things that through flimsy appearances and cardboard hearts that form paper cuts on my palms. I have become so many things, avoiding to fail like somebody we knew, avoiding to be shamed like somebody we knew, that I know not how to be a person anymore. Thank you.